not? He says, why not? We decided to go live. We decided to go live. I thought I was wondering about it, but we decided to. So we're going live. Let's have a look at the sides. 4-2-3-1 for Swansea. 4-2-3-1 for Cardiff. Ooh, that's an interesting combination. I say that because obviously you've got Swansea then playing the same formation as Cardiff, which see, I suppose Swansea don't really need to put many up front because they are actually at the minute able to score pretty much like they were at the end of last season. So I suppose they don't need to have a more attacking line, but I would have expected them to perhaps go for it with it being a derby, but set that up. Hopefully that's going. Yeah, that's that. So on that one, let's see what we've got to do with here. Oh, Wolves have just equalised against Chelsea. My God, Wolverhampton 2, Chelsea 2, 50 minutes in, and Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 0, 45 minutes. So that's interesting. That's a decent game for Wolverhampton. I wouldn't have thought they'd have been. See, the Chelsea side is just like phenomenal, isn't it? I mean, how much money has been spent on that side, and you just look and think, wow, they've got £100 million players on the bench, because they can do. You think, wow. Teams like mine. We played garbage again the weekend yesterday. Absolutely garbage. I wouldn't be surprised if we go down. League 2, here we come. We'll go into that one. Shall we get a bit? Ooh, no, I don't. Well, we can have lineups from there, but I don't want to. I've got lineups on the other one. Yay, we have that. There we are. We can go with the Coventry game.
This side, it's Figaro in goal with Key, Cabango, Darling, and Timon as a back four. In the middle, they'll have Franco and Grant, Ronald, Cooper, and Eon. The attacking three behind Cullen up top. For Cardiff, it's a Harp and goal with G.
So yeah, we Swansea, we have Figaro in goal, Key, Cabango, Darling and Timon at the back. That's a nice back four. We've got Franco and Grimes, and then Ronald. I keep saying Ronaldo. Ronald, Cooper, and Ji-sung. We had decent support of Liam Cullen up front, and we know they can score. And yeah.
Scored 6 goals in the last 2 games, 3 past Gillingham and then 3 past Preston last time out, whereas Cardiff in the league.
Yeah, I think Swansea are 1 against Yeah, 3 against Preston, wasn't it? 3-0. Swansea 3, Preston 0. And then it was a hiccup at Borough, but then Borough 1-0 to Borough isn't bad at all. So they've done well. I think they are really able to score still. Cardiff, I am not so sure. Burnley 5-0 thumping. What did Cardiff do before? Yeah, that was that 2-0 defeat at home to Sunderland, and I remember thinking they should be coming. What did I say to that? I'm sure I said it was going to be. Yeah, I said it was going to be a 1-0 win to Cardiff, and it was a 2-0 win to Sunderland. This game, what am I saying for this game? I've already made my predictions as per the predictions video.
Coverage of this afternoon's championship action. It's the South Wales Derby kicking off at 3 p.m.
I said a 1-0 win to Swansea, but if they can catch Cardiff still in the doldrums after that 5-0 thumping, who knows? You know, they could make a 2 or 3 quite easily. So we'll see.
Yet to score a point and a goal as they set up bottom of the Championship table. Only a 2-0 defeat, 2-0 win, in the EFL Cup, something to boast about so far. But they'll be hoping it today.
So yeah, so we have Cardiff 5-0 defeat and a Cardiff 2-0 defeat. So they've 7 goals in 2 games. They will not be looking forward to this, perhaps. They've got Harvath at the back, NG, Chambers, Darlin and O'Dowda, which is actually a good defence. I'm really surprised they did that badly in the last game, really. Because I know Burnley are brilliant, aren't they? But it's like Birmingham and Huddersfield in League One, isn't it? They got Siopis and Robertson in sort of central mid, and then they've got Maite, Ramsey, and Wilcock supporting Wilfred Kanga. So I'm surprised. I mean, that Cardiff side isn't actually bad, is it? Not really. And being a Rotherham fan, I should be taking the piss out of them, but I'm not, because that is actually a good side, and they should really be able to do a reasonable, there should be a reasonable force in the Championship. But as we know, only takes a second to score a goal, and my side can't even do that. 656 days today since they won a game away from home, which is pretty damning, isn't it? Nearly 2 years. 2 years on, I think, November the 6th or something like that. So that's going to be interesting. Cardiff have won 2 games, but they've been in the cup. I don't think that really counts, does it, really? But yeah, it's going to be interesting. The odds are drifting. They were evens for Swansea. They're back to evens again. 12-5 for a draw and 29-10 for Cardiff. So roughly evens, just over 2-1 or 2-1. So it's really, they're saying it's going to be Swansea. If it's not Swansea, they really can't. Well, it's probably going to be a Swansea or Cardiff, but the betting office are they're going down on the side of Swansea. So it's going to be interesting because, like I said, that Cardiff side. When Maite and Ramsey and Wilcock up front, and that's not behind the front of Kanga. That's not a bad support, and they should be doing better. And that defence, NG, Chambers, Darland, and O'Dowda. O'Dowda certainly should be able to put up a decent defence. Like I said, we know Burnley can absolutely outfire anybody in that league, absolutely. But 5. I was predicting 3-1, so 5-0. It was a real shock to me because I just didn't expect it. But there again, I didn't expect the Sunderland one either. Cardiff 0, Sunderland 2, because Sunderland have been playing pretty awful at the end of last season. They've not really I don't think they've made any great signings, and it's the setup that gets me at Sunderland, because obviously Sunderland are excuse me, I had meningitis when I was 40 and shot my lungs. But Sunderland they've got that odd way of doing it where the manager doesn't get the players in, does he? You have a chief of football to buy the players, a recruitment director to get the players in, and the manager just manages the players and trains them up properly, to play his way. And I'm not so sure about that. Like, when you think about it, you've got people. You've got a director buying players, and they buy players who they think will fit that setup, or that. Just looking at the time, the manager has actually said, if you could look for somebody who's a bit wide or left or right or central, has certain skills, speed or crossing ability, and it can do that, but you can't look at it directly for his skills. He's going to bring in what he wants and who he believes he can, the club can afford and want to afford. So the manager may try and play them as they kick off now. 11 seconds in, and you get teams playing players who the manager can't actually work with.
Good afternoon and welcome on to Independent
here we go.
Studio commentary of the South Wales derby between Swansea and
Cardiff. So NG is on the right for Cardiff. He can't control it though. It goes out, but the throw in by Swansea goes straight to Maite, who tries passing it backwards. Oh, Cullen gets it, but Robertson pulls it back and gives it back into defence for Cardiff with Darling. Darling then grabs it, that through ball. So at the minute it's a little bit backwards and forwards. Chambers, very, very much back and forwards now, as Wilcock does actually manage to get that one. 3 or 4 players down there on the Cardiff far left. Wilcock being one of them. He's got it at the minute. Tries running back, gives it O'Dowda. O'Dowda's quite far forward. Darland isn't, though. He's received it now in the Cardiff end. Chambers tries threading it down. They've tried pulling it from the left, pushing it up the right, but Timone grabs that. I'm going to say Timone. It sounds like that pig from that cartoon, doesn't it? Timone! No. So Timone gives it to Grimes. Got a bit of fun, haven't we? Grimes, they've succeeded. They've gone up the right-hand side with Key, but then Wilcock grabs that and pushes it forward, and Cabango can just tip that out for a Cardiff throw-in in the Swansea half, and Swansea don't look too worried at the moment. Don't look too hassled. Cardiff are just trying a few little pushes down each end, just tentatively trying out the defence. I think Cabango keeps putting his foot in and just intercepting the odd balls. But so whenever Cardiff go, they've got to throw in again. Cardiff on the right, on the left, and this is actually achievable. You could actually get that into the box. So Cardiff could have a throw in into the box now. So, when it's on the edge with Ramsey, and he tries to shake him, crosses it, a shot off target by Maite. Maite should have done better than that, and it goes out for a goal kick, and it's a goal kick to Swansea. And the first shot in anger goes to Cardiff City. So it's now going up with Grimes, and Grimes has it. Gives it to Darling. Darling now gives it back to Vigouroux. Vigouroux in the goal. He's just walking around now. Dan's trying to slow it down. I don't know what he did there, but he kicked it straight out on the halfway line for Cardiff. Pretty poor kick there by Vigouroux. NG and Cooper is having a bash on the corner. Goes out for a Swansea throw-in just before the halfway line. There's a Swansea net. try threading it down the left side, but Robertson intercepts that, and he's actually pulling back, so he's going to start trying. It looks like he's going to, Arvath, and he's going to start going up the left-hand side, I assume. He looks like he's going to kick that out to the left. So Cardiff now trying to build from the back. So at the minute, it's Cardiff just taking the time in defence, trying to make sure that
Swansea, and that was kind of from him there. He just put his shoulder into the man and took him down. Had no intention.
Gives it out to Darland.
O'Dowda there. He's perhaps
Swansea intercepted one there right outside the box and had a tentative shot, but Harvath is nice and easy up to that one. Harvath's now walking out. We've just seen where he's going to give it, but down to the left with Darland. He crosses it to Chambers, but Chambers just tries threading it, and Ronald grabs that, and Robertson and Cullen having a ding-dong battle there just outside the box, and I think it's Cullen that's come away with it, and he's tapped it sideways to Grimes, and Grimes crosses it completely to the opposite side, and it comes off an advancing Cardiff defender, and it goes out for a Swansea throw. This actually could be quite dangerous, because this is just at that point. Oh, no. Too far out. Franco back to Key. We're still sort of pushing the Cardiff goal area now. So now he's going to come back. Kambango and go up the left-hand side with Timon. As it NG fires it off to Timon, and it goes out for a Cardiff throw-in their own half, and they can try and build from the back. It's we're just going to have a chat and see what we think. Because yesterday, my side did absolutely shocking in League One. They've now been today. It's 656 days since Rotherham actually won away from home. Nearly 2 years. Not many people know that. Swansea have got a throw in on the halfway line. At the minute, it's a little bit. They're sort of like just testing each other out, and it's. If one of them could actually get the ball and keep it and try and work something out, I think this could actually be quite dangerous. But it's like now with Darling. What they tend to do is, Darling, Grimes, Darling, back to the other side, Cabango, Key. Now, Key's been losing it a couple of times. Eon. No. Darling. Cullen. Dear. Darling. They're just outside the box, and they're just not quite. I'm going to look for the lineups on there, because they've got a different lineup. I'll see what they've got. Vigoro, Key, Cabango, Darling and Timon, Franco and Grimes. Yeah. Sung Ho. Oh, is it Sung Ho?
I thought it should have been a yellow card, actually. I thought he overran it.
Okay, they've not got Sung Ho.
And he kind of leans into.
Or they call Sung Ho Eon. God knows. Jay.
Yes, I think he's just.
Oh, Jay. Oh, Jay. Right, okay.
Maybe not book him, but say.
Chinese words, isn't it? Darling.
But that's been one of the things that's been really nice about this game.
Wilcock grabs that one and tries a little through ball, but Cabango's doing really well. And he stops that one from going in down that sort of right middle defence. Passes it to Grimes. Key. We're trying to go up the left, are we? Right, yeah. Cabango back to Key. Trying to push it down the right-hand side now. Key plays one with the Chinese fella. Back to Wilcock for Cardiff, because Cardiff intercept it. Ramsey does a 1-2 with Wilcock, Siopis, And Siopis is now trying to just got clattered into, I think, there.
Out on the field, and obviously Ramsey will know all about
Now Siopis gets taken now.
loyalties and whatnot, but foul here, but Cardiff are upset because they had a good advantage. But
yeah, Cardiff were a bit upset. They were. I think Siopis was actually quite a bit through there, and then they get a free kick, but it's on the halfway. Well, before the halfway line, they would have actually been better with their playing the advantage, but it's short past it to Darland, and they're going to try and play from there. They would have been better had the referee played play on. Poor shot pass by Cardiff. Not really. Vigoureux's got it anyway. Darland. Welcome to one and all as Darland goes down the left. If anybody's here, then please like and subscribe. There's Darland. Darland cross it in, and it's a Swansea goal. It's Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. We can listen to the.
And then the shot, great save, but only powers it straight into Cullen's path. That's 3 goals.
Cullen
3 previous starts against
starts well for Swansea.
There was so much space for multiple Swansea players in there, but there's only so much to go.
It was Darland who crossed it, and it was like, which one are we going to get it? Which one's going to get it? Oh, which one? And so it's now Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. Darland had a cheese of a shot there, of a cross. So Darland's brilliant cross, and it's now Swansea 1, Cardiff 0.
Really, really poor from Cardiff. They're aggregating now 8-0 down, isn't it, for the season in the Championship? And you see why they lack organisation. The ball comes in.
Yeah, that's 8 goals against for Cardiff now this season, and they're only got 3 games in. So that was an absolute brilliant cross by Darling, and there were probably 2 or 3 Swansea players ready to head it in the net, and it was just a case of which one. Harvath had no chance. He parried it, but into his own net. As Robertson takes the kick off, and it goes forward to NG. NG on the right-hand side for Cardiff, but Timon grabs that, but his tap doesn't go very far, and it goes to Ramsey. Back to Maite, but Vigoureux saves that one. And the first shot and the last shot so far have both been by Cardiff, but the goal in the middle by Swansea. So it's the derby of the cities so far, and it's Swansea 1, Cardiff 0.
Swansea have a goal lead. It's only taken them 10 minutes. Cardiff, they struggle at the Swansea.com stadium.
And we'll put that on that. So we have Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. Great Cullen goal. There's Ronald now, pass it back to Grimes. Ronald and Grimes are sort of, quite well. Darling, Cabango. Trying up the right-hand side now. Key, back to Cabango. Going to do a 1-2 with Key? No, not going to do a 1-2 with Key. He's going to go back across to the left-hand side. Darling and Ronald, yep, certainly is, but Robertson intercepts that.
Yeah, it's difficult now for Cardiff, isn't it? Because they've come to...
And he's playing it on the back now, trying to slow things down. They'd already tried slowing it down, but...
Robertson, they need Robertson to get his foot on the ball and start letting things motor a bit as another late, silly challenge.
Yeah. Robertson gets another foul on him.
Franco.
Yellow card for Franco, and Robertson, she got the ball. He was playing okay. He's quite steady with it, just trying to tap it around the back. And cynical foul by Swansea. And But Cardiff lose it from the free kick. And it was straight shot on goal, but he kicks it out, and it's a Swansea throw in. He's near the goal. He throws it to his right, and it's now going backwards to Darling. Darling now for Swansea, back up the right hand side. Cabango, Key. This is actually and then he's done a 1-2 backwards to Cabango, and back to Vigouroux. It's as if they don't want to be too open at the back, and it goes from back left to front right for the Chinese, for the Asian guy.
As it was there, Grimes, the skipper's able to drop in, and they all kind of move in nice patterns.
And that's it. Yom Ji Sung. Yeah, that's why. I was just getting confused with the Eon. On one score sheet, on one sheet it says Eon, and on the other one it says J Eon. Eon J and J Eon. Oh dear. Shot on goal, but Harvath has that one. Rolls it to Chambers. Forward to Maite. And Maite tries to thread a through ball, but Darling's there again, and Darling builds from the back left. Timo now on the back left. The two are hugged up against that sort of back left corner, which is sort of giving a gap in the middle of the field. But Cardiff aren't able to sort of make anything of it. And Darling and Grimes, so we're sort of like trying to just edge forward. Cooper now.
There's no one pushing up to press it for Cardiff.
Left, right, Key, right to Key. Key now. That's right. Oh, he got round there, and he's got round Grimes. He got to Grimes, got it to Cooper, crosses it, but Chambers there to kick it out, but only as far as Key, and he passes it back into Franco. He tries a through ball to the right hand corner, but it's kicked out by Cardiff, and back to Grimes again. Grimes just outside the centre, the Cardiff side of the centre circle. Ronald on the left hand side tries a cross, but Chambers kicks it out. Darling now. Chambers doing a good job there, isn't it? Chambers, right? Yeah, Callum Chambers. So Ronald now. Darling. Chambers is the only one in the defence who seems to be playing really relatively well for Cardiff. The other ones seem to have disappeared off the map as Key comes down the right-hand side. So the last 4 or 5, so Siopis now, Franco. The last 4 times that Swansea hyped it into the Cardiff area, it's been Chambers that's been the one to kick it straight out. So he's doing a good job in that. As Maite tries a through ball there, and he's right in the box. Tries kicking it to the left, but Cabango is there to try and boot it out. I think they said it's a foul.
Turn over the top, play around. A good opening from Cardiff, exposing Swansea's high line.
Yeah, they're very much taking Swansea on the break at the minute. Cardiff, they're trying to just
pause in play as to what we're unaware of so far. But Chelsea have come out and got an early goal in the second half.
Makes its way all the way to the Cardiff goal. Just what the devil. Darland, Harvath, Chambers. Franco intercepted that, but Robertson luckily gets it back. Robertson can hopefully try and get it over that. He's playing into the back line O'Dowda, I'm not quite sure. O'Dowda on the left there, back to Darling, Chambers. And on 18 minutes, it's Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. And Cardiff are not phased by this. They're trying to get over the high back line of Swansea. And at the minute, they're not having such a bad... they're not finding it impossible. They are actually getting over that line. It's just that they don't seem to be able to do anything once they've got it over the line. You've got Darling now, Vigouroux. So Vigouroux can try and pull up from the back. Where's he going to give it to? He's going to give it to Franco. And Franco now can use it to Grimes.
A lot of the time, but then someone else has got to push up when Darling comes out of defence. You saw Darling speaking to his assistant. Maybe
you see Vigouroux's playing with Darling and outside the box. So Vigouroux's outside the box, and he's nowhere near the goal line. And Darling sort of edges forward. Cabango and Darling now again Darling, Cabango, Darling and Cabango just knocking it between each other, trying to, I think it's like piss off Cardiff. And at the minute they're succeeding as that bit's just gone. Put that back on. So Ronald now for Swansea, and he's in the box. Chambers grabs that and kicks it out, and Darling grabs it. And he's far enough back this time to just tap it to Grimes, Cooper, and they're back in the Swansea half. But then Chambers again intercepts it in a good position. That's twice in a row. Kicks it out, and it's a Swansea throw-in, quite dangerous. It's near the first bit of the first corner of the box. So we'll see if Swansea are going to go short. They've gone short to Timon. And if you are a Swansea fan, you can tell me how to say it. Is it Timon or Timon, or how do you say it? If I keep my mouth shut, I'll hear what the commentator's saying. Darling, Cabango.
Yes, it's a soft one, but it's still a
Yom.
Especially on that line of side.
Throwing for Swansea on the other side now. So
the assistant referee needs to be a bit smarter there, Ramsey, because Darling he didn't know what he was going to do. He gave him
throwing for Swansea and gives it to Yom. Back to Key. Cabango. Darling. Cooper. Yeah, just not. They're like he's just said there. They're just knocking it around. They're not even. At the minute, Swansea just aren't trying. They're just It's like a Sunday league game. They're just sort of we're in the lead. We're just gonna kick it around. They kick it down far right, and it goes out for a Cardiff City throw-in. I'd say at the minute, if Cardiff can take advantage of that as they get another throw-in just yards further up, it would do them well, because I think it's when a side starts taking it for granted that we're in the lead, we're going to win, that they're most at risk of letting one in. As Robertson has a bit of a kicking practice with one of the Swansea players and comes out on top. So it's going to be a free kick from there, I think.
Far side of the field. It's Robertson, the new signing. It's the man who's been guilty. He's been picked up by Langford.
Actually, giving it to Swansea. It's Swansea free. Swansea have taken the free kick. Franco and Grimes. So I got that one wrong.
Yeah, it was a stumbling,
Darling.
Wasn't it? It's one of those where it is a foul, but you would want the referee to see the initial foul on you.
I agree. I think the initial foul was first, and it should have been the other way around. But never mind. Grimes. Oh, up to Cullen on the right-hand side. He can cross this one. It's dangerous, but he doesn't. He passes it back to Key. Swansea now are 3-1 on for the win. Cardiff are 10-1 against. So it's very much sliding towards Swansea odds on now. Swansea have a throw in on the halfway line.
Yeah, cheers, long ball.
24 minutes.
Well, find
Short ball to Darling. Cabango now. Back to Grimes. And we're just sort of passing it along the back. It's this is a bit like about 3 or 4 years ago when I saw what was it? It was Derby versus Watford. Yeah, Watford versus Derby, and it was mind-numbingly boring, and everybody was like talking about other things on the live stream. It was Benjamin Bloom's live stream, and it had to me the most boring game I had ever seen. Well, I had a watch along on anyway. I was watching Benjamin Bloom's, and at the minute, and it still is, it's Swansea passing it around, just tapping it around. This could be a Sunday practice session, as Grimes has it now.
Looking for Ronald, who had that effort well saved in the build-up to the goal that Sheikh said he can't quite make.
Tries a through ball, but that one doesn't get anywhere.
Didn't go up, or initially may have done.
And it rolls harmlessly for Horvath, who gather that and pass it out to Chambers and NG. NG loses it with his through ball, and it's a good job Franco gives it back to him, because Ramsey now can try and build from the right-hand side with Siopis. Again, he just can't control it, and it goes out for a Swansea throw-in. There was no need for that. It was 3 Cardiff players passing it. Siopis just messed it up, and it rolls out for a Cardiff throw-in, which is a bit of a shame, because like that, they keep getting into these positions where Cardiff could just do something, and then they just make one error, and Swansea are just in on it like lightning. Chambers again. I'd like Chambers. Chambers is doing a good job at the back. He's just stopped at a through ball again by Swansea. And Swansea with Cabango right on that halfway line. Cabango and Grimes, and then they're threading the ball through and bringing Darling in to try and do a little triangulation there. And it's not working too bad. Fire it through to Timon. Right across the other side. Oh, Key. Oh, right to the other side. Key sort of puts it. Yeah, Swansea throwing right by the corner flag. There's one of those that sides past the through the box and out the other side. And you think, oh my God, if somebody was on the end of that.
Everyone an extra chance, but I did actually think, just because of the strangeness of the angle, it was a good bit of goalkeeping.
Oh, Horvath gathers that corner. Throw-in.
Well, it got to the goal, really. That's when it all lined up. He had Eon as well, so doing a karate kick in the air, trying to get a...
Yeah, I think Eon tried to get something on it, but no, it's Horvath that's got it anyway now.
Half stranded, because he was already committed to go the other way. Let's have a look at a replay from behind the goal. Again, Cardiff backing on. There's no defender on midfielder within a 5-yard circle of him, really.
They kick it out. O'Dowda trying to run down the left-hand side, but Cabango meets him with a good, solid challenge, and Franco can take the ball away now for Swansea, and Swansea are now 28 minutes.
So did I. I'm honest, I think he might remember where perhaps he was playing for it, but it still looked like a foul against the former Bristol City.
The Eon guy on the far right-hand side managed to get that ball for some. I don't know how he managed to get that, but he managed to get it, and he managed to cross it. But Darland has it for Cardiff in the centre.
28 and a half gone. Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. Passes in the final third in the last 10 minutes.
Pushes out, but only as far as Grimes in Swansea area. He kicks it right back in, but Chambers gets it for Cardiff. A little bit of a triangle. Try pushing it down the middle, but Franco is too quick for him. And pass it side to Key. Franco, Key. Yeah, there's a few Cardiff players just giving the ball away at the wrong time. Just at the points where you're thinking, yeah, they can do something and perhaps get into the final third. But at this point, getting into the Swansea half would be good. Yom down the middle, and he loses it to Chambers, and Chambers gives it to Wilcock. And Wilcock runs towards the halfway line, but comes across Cabango, and guess what? Cabango wins it and passes it back to Vigouroux, and we are in the 29th minute.
A funny comment, wouldn't it? And then not serious. Wear the white boots like
Grimes passes it forward and down the left-hand side to Ronald.
Yeah, ball over the top. Ronald has it.
But NG takes it, gives it to Camber. Cabango grabs it. Vigouroux, Grimes. Cabango wanting a 1-2, but we don't get it. Timone, Grimes. Darling.
It seemed to be so obvious, really, because Cardiff, they haven't got runners flying forward. There's only really one
Vigouroux, they're not going anywhere. They're just playing this one. I do hope they don't play a 90 minutes like this. 90 minutes of just tapping it along the back. It's going to be worse than the Watford Derby game a few years ago. Come on, Cabango. Oh, it's over the top, but nobody's there for Swansea. And Harvath gathers that quite nicely and rolls it out to Chambers.
Allegedly, I think quite maybe I caught it, but I didn't see the details.
Chambers can
stay off social media, folks, especially if you're in the public eye. As Fergie is fouled in the right back area for Cardiff.
Foul. Free kick to Cardiff. Cardiff can now try and bring it out from the right back position. And oh God, they just couldn't get it past Cabango, but Cabango loses it to Robertson. It's a good job that Cardiff had two players there. Can they play a 1-2? But Cardiff, it does try and play a 1-2, but Cardiff have found offside from it. So that was a good point there. It's like Cardiff had two players running forward and just trying to beat that high back line of Swansea. They nearly did it. And although Swansea gained the ball back from Cardiff, they had two players there, so they managed to get the ball back, try and do a through ball, but it was offside. So they're starting to sort of come back a little bit into it now, Cardiff, although Swansea are really... lack of urgency, like the radio says. It's a little bit more... For Swansea, it's very much tapping it around the back. It's almost like a Sunday practice session for Swansea at the minute. As Ronald lost it needlessly to Maite, but manages to get it to Robertson, and Robertson is now trying to... Ronald again. Robertson. It's just lots of players just as soon as he gets into the middle, it's players galore just trying to kick hell out of each other at the minute. Not bad enough to get yellow cards. I think there has been one yellow card. I thought there'd been one yellow card. Apparently not. I felt sure there'd been a yellow card there. Let's have a look on this one. Oh, no, there hasn't. So at the minute, it's 70% possession to Swansea, 30 to Cardiff.
Probably been unfair on Maite because he said I've had so little of ball. He's probably done a lot of running.
Vigouroux, who's outside the box at the minute, tapping it to Cabango. Yom
very forward.
To Darling. Oh, tries a through ball down the right again, back to him, 1-2, but he gets it back. Grimes gets it back forward to Keane on the edge of the box, Cardiff box. Keane out, Eom now. What's he going to do with it? Eom pulls it back. Grimes trying to just work out where to get it. Eom, Grimes, Darling, trying to go down the left side now. So this is what they're going to do down the left side as Swansea are now playing down the left. Ronald, Cabango. Oh, and he tries a quick nip through, but just not good enough there. And the Horvath grabs it. Well, is it to the other side? Now it's gone all the way back, all the way over to the other side of the field, and it gets to Cabango in his own area. Just trying to bypass the field completely as Darling passes it to Ronald on the left, and it's tackled by NG. Gives it to Siopis, back to NG, back to Ramsey. Siopis, NG. That triangle's just sort of moving up the field, and Cardiff are just trying to play basic football now, trying to just triangles, bang, bang, bang. As I think NG gets a free kick there.
Surely a foul made it, and I'm not quite sure made it. He went to ground as well, thinking he'd been fouled, but he said I didn't touch him. Ref, I think almost Darling's one with.
That's crossed him, but Grimes gets that.
He did.
Grimes is he going to kick it out, or is he just going to pass it nicely forward? Looks like he's going to kick it sideways. Sideways to Vigouroux. So Vigouroux, Darling kicks it decent way, halfway up the pitch. Cabango back to the goalie. Vigouroux. Darling pushes it forward to Key, but it goes past him, but Key manages to grab it back. Back to Key, Franco, Grimes. Key, Franco, Grimes. Triangle there. Forward to Cullen. Cullen to Key. And Ronald has a shot, but it's off target. Hits a defender. Comes back, gets cleared out. And it's Swansea for a throw-in. Now, they haven't been throwing these into the box. Well, let's see whether they throw this one into the box. We're on 30, nearly on, almost on 37 minutes, 36 minutes 48. Back to Darling, Cabango. They're keeping the ball from the throw-ins and pushing it back. Key, Grimes, just passing it around now. So they didn't want to throw that into the box. Instead, Swansea decided to throw it sideways, which they've done quite often since going ahead. They've decided just to, it's almost like a Sunday practice session for Swansea. That's how I describe the play. They're just going back from left to right, and Darling, Cabango, Grimes. Will it go forward? No, he has actually lost it to Siopis this time, Grimes, which is interesting. Kanga for Cardiff, passing the centre circle. Through the centre circle, tries a through ball, but that's easily grabbed by the goalkeeper for Swansea. And Vigouroux can now start tapping it from the back. Radio thinks it was a shot. It's one of those long distance things that you think, well, maybe might have thought, can I have a go from here? But I don't think you're going to catch many championship goalies out from that distance. Vigouroux rolls it, and then he's now going to kick it out to Darling. And Darling casts 1-2 with Cooper. He then does a 1-2 with Grimes. Another 1-2 with Grimes. Franco, Cabango going right over to the right-hand side then. So what we're going to do on the right, let's see what Swansea can do on the right. They've been doing it down the left. Key Ronald. Ronald's right by the byline. Can he cross it? He does, but it's just not. No trouble for Horvath in the Cardiff goal. So that just didn't, he would have pulled it back a little bit more, then perhaps it would have given a bit more trouble to Cardiff, but wasn't going to cause any trouble from there. NG now. NG. Oh, tries passing it, but Darling's equal to that pass, and Darling can now try and push that forward. No, he's gonna tap it back to Timon, and we're gonna do that little pass along the back. Darling, Cabango. I suppose Grimes is going to be in there at some point. Key on the right hand side now, so a bit away from him. Cabango. You're going to go the other side this time? Oh, one back to goalie. What did the goalie do? They gave it back to goalie, didn't expect it, and he kicks it out. And Robertson has it, and gives it to Maite in the crossed it, but no. Figueroa's got that right on the edge of the box. And that was very, very close for him being outside the box.
He does have a clanger in him as Maite had fouled by goal scorer Cullen. He had all the time in the world. It looked like he picked out a nice pass, but I just get the feeling that Ramsey was hiding behind a Swansea player because he could see exactly where that ball was going to go, and then he sprung straight away.
Figueroa's fortunate that the fact that he carried the ball so far.
Figueroa's a bit mistake there. He just didn't realise that the Cardiff guy was hiding behind the Swansea guy. Didn't see him anyway. So as he's gently kicked the ball, the Cardiff guys run at him. He's like, "Oh shit, I better go get this." And and that was pretty close. Oh, Darling nicks it again from him. Figueroa's bloody lucky to get it, and Kanga has a shot on target, and Figueroa stops that one. Another cock up by the Swansea goalkeeper, and that was nearly Cardiff equalising. Figueroa to Darling. Darling now.
Caught in possession and gone down. And, this time,
free kick to Swansea.
Quite rightly, sanctioning for a handball there.
Yeah, he's gone down under pressure. Ramsey, pretty much the exact same as Maite, who did it 5-10 minutes ago. But maybe because it's Aaron Ramsey, he gets away with it. But yeah, Darling just goes, right, okay, that's a free kick. Oh no, okay, put the ball down and we'll play again.
Yeah, well, maybe it's a case that it's happening too often for Darling. He's going down.
He's also hanging on the ball for a long time.
He keeps getting himself.
That's an interesting one. That so Darling went down, picked the ball up to put it down. He's got handball, and then it ended up as a free kick to Cardiff. So Robertson have now got Robertson NG back to forward to Darling, but Cabango nicks it from him.
Really excited, he had a big smile on his face. He did the Zidane Maradona turn, one foot on and spin with the other, go past his man. He didn't have the pace to get there, but he had a lovely smile on his face and then cleared away by Swansea.
That'd be one of the best.
Yeah, Swansea, yeah. Kanga for Cardiff. Gets it in the box. Can he turn to have a shoot?
Not to smile now, he knows the camera's on him as well, isn't he? The ball goes in, Kanga can't get the
kicks it out.
It's away. This is a bit better from Cardiff to enjoy.
Key grabs it, runs it into the cut left, into their right-hand corner. Cardiff now are really pushing quite far forward.
Two Chambers, that ball every time. He really has the beating. Okay, I think it's probably one of those players who really has the beating of most fullbacks. Actually, he just has that bit of magic.
Cardiff are pushing now.
Going last season, Cardiff were the best side in the division from September.
We've got a corner, is it? No, they've not given it to that.
So maybe have something they've been working.
Gave it a foul to Swansea, and he taps it back to Figueroa.
Ball comes in, and Figueroa well played by him. First corner for for Cardiff. Comes out, takes it out of the sky and releases the pressure on it.
Vigoro, anyway, as the goalkeeper. They're going to have to slow it down if you want, because Cardiff have got their tails up at the minute, and Cardiff are starting to find out how to get past that high back line of Swansea's. And Darling's obviously not the darling of the referee, because he's that dive of Darling's just then on the halfway line. So he dove on the floor and then immediately went to grab the ball, but then of course the referee's given Cardiff handball, given Swansea handball, and given Cardiff the free kick, and that's where the Cardiff nearly scored from. And he's now done that. Darling's done that a couple of times, so it's Darling, isn't it? No, it's Ron. Is it Ron? No, it's Darling. Yeah, it's Darling on the Darling who keeps running from middle down to the far side, and it's done it again there, and he keeps dropping on the floor like a sack of spuds, as we say in Yorkshire. But now the referee seems to be getting wise to him. Okay, Cabango to Grimes, and Grimes to Darling, and we've got NG there to say, no, you're not going anywhere. And it's 1 minute injury time. We've got 1 minute left, and probably call it a day. It's been very nice to see the people in here who have been in here. Thank you very much. But, one in now and again's okay, but I think we'll... I've enjoyed watching this first half. I hope you have. Darling now. Cardiff's certainly coming back into it, although there's only sort of 30 seconds left now. So I think Chambers now he's sort of not really trying anything. They got kick it forward or no. Just roll it out for half time. It looks like they're just going to roll it for half time along the back. Yeah, they have. They're just rolling it out, and it's finished half time. Swansea 1, Cardiff 0, and it's been a first half of two halves. It's been certainly the first shot was from Cardiff. Then Swansea came into it, scored. We'll leave you with the radio commentary, and I'm going to have a cup of coffee. I hope anybody wants to have a chat on the while I'm away. You can have a chat together. I really don't mind that. Chat away, and we will be back for the second half when it starts. I think we'll have a go at the second half.
Half time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was initially a great save from Hobart, but the rebounded effort fell to the feet of the Swansea striker, who simply had to tap it home. Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity 6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match for the neutral, both sides not wanting to risk anything just yet. 1-0 at the break. Half-time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was initially a great save from Hobart, but the rebounded effort fell to the feet of the Swansea striker, who simply had to tap it home. Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity 6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match for the neutral, both sides not to risk it. Just 1-0 at the break. Half-time, South Wales derby, it's Swansea who go into...
Ooh, the radio's gone. So let's look at what we did yesterday, shall we?
Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity 6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match for the neutral, both sides not wanting to risk it.
So, Friday, I said it was going to be a Leeds United win 2-0, And it was, so that's a correct score and correct result. Bristol Rovers, I said 2-2 and it was 1-1, so that's a correct result, not score. I'm doing well. Hull City Millwall, I said it was going to be 2-1 and it was 0-0. QPR Plymouth 1-1, I said 2-0, so that's a no. Blackburn Oxford, I predicted 2-1 to Oxford and it was 2-1 to Blackburn, so completely the opposite way around. Borough Portsmouth, wow, 2-2 it was. I said 3-1 to Portsmouth, so that's a no. Norwich Sheffield United was a draw, and I said it was going to be 3-1 to Sheffield United. I could do with some more results here. Preston Luton. Preston won Luton, and I thought Luton would win 2-0, so that's another no. Oh dear. Stoke versus the Albion. Albion won 2-1. I said 1-0, so that's a correct result. Sunderland Burnley. Was Sunderland. I said it was going to be 3-2 to Burnley. Watford Derby. I said 2-0 to Watford, and it was 2-1 to Watford, so that's the correct result. And then today I said 1-0 to Swansea. It's already 1-0 to Swansea, so I'm going to get at least a result. So that's at least 1, 2, 3, 4. I should imagine we'll get a Swansea win. If Swansea do win, I will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 correct results. One of them a correct score. That'll be good. Let's go for League One. What did we go for in League One? Let me have a look. So I've got, at the minute, I've got 5 scores correct from this week. We had in League One, Burton 2-2, and it was 0-0, so that's a correct result. I'm doing well so far. Off to a good start. Stockport versus Bristol. Rovers, I said it was going to be 2-0, and it was 2-0, so that's a correct result and a correct score. Barnsley Northampton, I said 3-1, it was 2-2. Again, they keep cocking it up at the last minute. Cambridge, Blackpool at 4-4. Who would have done that? I thought Blackpool would win 1-0. 4-all. I mean, nobody's going to get that one. You'll get a lot of money if you put a bet on that one, wouldn't you? Charlton, Bolton. 2-0 to Charlton. I said 1-0, so that's a correct result. Exeter, Peterborough. 2-1 to Peterborough, and I said 2-1 to Peterborough. Hey, I'm going to have a good week this week on the League One. That's a correct score and correct result. Huddersfield, Shrewsbury isn't. I said Huddersfield 4-0, it was 1-0. So that's a correct result. Leyton Orient, Birmingham, 2-1 to Birmingham. I said 4-0, so that's another correct result. Oh, I should have put some bets on. Lincoln, Mansfield, 4-1 to Mansfield it was. I said 4-1 to Lincoln. I said it was 3-1 to Mansfield, so completely the opposite way around. Wigan versus Crawley. I said 1-0 to Wigan, and it was 1-0 to Wigan. Oh my God. Wrexham, Reading. I said 2-1 to Reading. It wasn't. It was 3-0 to Wrexham. And I said my side, Rotherham United, would lose 2-0 at home away to Wycombe, and they did lose 2-0 away. I've actually got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 correct results. 4 of them were the correct score. So that's absolutely phenomenal result for me in League One. I would have been a millionaire if I'd have bet on all those correct scores.
South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds. The goal up thanks to.
So we have 7 minutes left.
It was actually a great save
Ish.
over, but the rebound and then fell to the feet of the Swansea striker. Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity. 6 minutes of time, but it's been a tough match. But a neutral, both sides not wanting to risk it and just get 1-0 at the break. Half time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go
So,
the shed a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was actually initially a great save from Hobart, but the rebounded effort fell to the feet of the Swansea striker, who simply had to tap it home. Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity.
if anybody wants to talk about their club, please do.
South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was actually initially a
Oh my God! Wolverhampton 2, Chelsea 6. And Wolverhampton were actually in the lead on that one.
6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match. Very neutral, both sides not to risk it. Just get 1-0 at the break. Half time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was actually initially a great save from Hobart, but the
Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1, Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. So Chelsea scored first. Wolves equalised. Okay. 1-1. 2-1 to Chelsea. 2-2 to Chelsea. 2-2 at the break. With Maduk getting a hat-trick in the second half and Felix topping it off. So,
half-time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen, who scored in the 10th minute. It was actually initially a great save from Hobart, but the rebounded effort fell to the
have a look at this then.
Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity. 6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match. But a neutral, both sides not wanting to risk it.
Quick look at the goal.
Half time in the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the sheds a goal up thanks to Cullen.
We've got 4 minutes. We're just going to have a quick look at the goal.
Franco, now Simon. Simon's delivery, Cullen. It's
Oh boy, there's a rebounded first. Yeah. The way the rebound went, but the rebound was just, yeah, it was a case of which one is it going to go for. Yeah. It was basically three. When it got rebounded back, it was like rebounded back to a box of three blue shirts and 3 white shirts. It was like, which one's going to hit it in the net?
Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity. 6 minutes from time, but it's been a tough match. But a neutral, both sides.
But
Half-time in the South Wales derby.
when my commentary gets a bit louder than that. Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. So I've done really well last. I'm really proud of that. I only got 4 results wrong. 4, 5, 6, 7, 12. Yeah, I only got 4 wrong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 results right in League One. I got 8 out of 12 right. Including my own side, Rotherham, to lose at Wycombe, which I think was probably quite easy to that was probably quite easy to get, really, wasn't it?
Swansea who go into the sheds. The goal.
Go and turn the electric on, I think.
Cardiff took a while to get going. Kanga had their best opportunity, 6 minutes of time, but it's been a tough match. But a neutral both sides not to risk. Half time, the South Wales derby, and it's Swansea who go into the shed. Thanks to Cullen.
I think Cullen got that one, but you know, it could have been any one of about 3 different Swansea players that got that one in. If anybody is in, then just give me a nod and give me a smiley face or something. I do tend to I cut it off if nobody comes in for the second half. I do tend to cut it off. But we will try and keep going. Whenever anybody comes in and out, we will be going on. Wolves are still going at Chelsea. Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. It was 2-2 at half time. It was a good ding-dong battle. And then at half time, it just changed. Went from 2-2 to 6-2. The Bournemouth-Newcastle game's just finished. That's Bournemouth 1, Newcastle 1. And we should, in the next minute, start kicking off for the second half. Go back into it. Darling at the minute is... I think the referee's seen a couple of instances where Darling's been diving on the floor. And that was rather poignant when he ran over to the left side and he was approaching the halfway line. He just jumped on the floor. Then he turned around and grabbed the ball. And of course, Cardiff got told off, and it was a free kick to Cardiff for a handball because it dove on the floor and the referee was just going to keep the game going. So at the minute, Darling's not the darling of the referees. He's a bit... I think he's got to be very careful because he let him away there without a yellow card. And if it had been... if it had been one or two of the other championship referees, he'd have got a yellow card for it. So he's going to have to watch that now, because if he carries on diving on the floor, he will get caught out there. Come on, second half, here we go. Franco, and we've got back to Grimes, and we've got Swansea now starting this straight onto the
back and underway
defence.
At the SwanseaGot.com stadium for the South Wales derby between Swansea City and Cardiff City. It is 1-0 to the home side.
Darling. Darling crosses it to Yon, but Yon decides to lose it to Dowda. Dowda pushes it forward, but Key grabs that one, gives it to Grimes, back to Cabango.
Standing off the home side. Swansea with Figaro choose to go long rather than playing through the phases, which they did so.
Through ball, and Ronald gets a shot there. It's off target.
Left-hand side. There's been no changes at the break as Ronald goes for a shot from distance, and it's gone all the way high and wide. It will be a goal kick. So the teams.
Ronald there trying to scare the scare the seagulls in the sky.
Tries to hold the midfielders.
He might have got one with that shot.
Cooper, Eon, and the attacker midfielders
Darling,
supporting
Olive.
Cullen, who scored the goal.
Oh, nice through ball to Kanga, but Kanga loses it to Key.
Chambers, Darland, and Endowed.
And Key, Ronald. Oh, taken off him by Robertson. Darling eventually wrestles it back. And Grimes now can try and pull it from the left-hand side. Run it to the left. Franco on the right on the line.
Quite quickly, here's Darling, who was comfortable possession for a certain amount of time, and then he gets himself onto a bit of trouble.
Then he gets himself onto a bit of trouble. He dives on the floor.
Swansea, not too much for them to cheer about in the first period of 45 minutes. Biggery didn't have a save to make.
Cardiff offside again.
Best chance for Cardiff.
This is what's happening.
Who was looking for the far corner, trying to curl it into there, but just went wide of the goal. And Jack, you just had a
Darling,
fist of
Grimes.
Yeah, there's a chance for Cardiff to break out there, and then Mate was offside.
Ronald.
He was tracking the ball, but he had it back to the player, and unfortunately for him, the Swansea players saw that, and they all stepped up in defence. It was offside, and it's kind of taken a load of territory out of it for Cardiff, and then Zeopsis has wiped out Cooper. Had a quite quiet game in the first half for Swansea, but again, the referee
free kick to Swansea on the left side.
Been okay so far, Oliver Langford, the referee, but there's so much space there for Cardiff that left Swansea. There were times in that
short to Grimes. Cabango. Opposite side of the pitch now, right hand side for Key.
Good 5-yard circle. So much
Eon.
Chasing the game, just
back
takes
to
out
Key.
his man. I know what you mean, Cooper.
Back into the bench.
He had good flashes,
and
but you never saw
Swansea can build.
him, like he made a good run or it was a good pass.
Up the left hand side is Ronald. Works his way into the box. Has a quick shot, but it's off target, long distance. Not going anywhere.
2 lines of 4 as Ronald gets a shot away over the bar, just off balance, never really got set himself.
Another one where Ronald tries a shot and gets a local seagull.
He started it on the left-hand side, gives it, turns onto Gonzalo Franco's ball, and then there's a bit of a bounce off Cullen as well. He's off balance, he strikes it, lovely ball by Franco, a scoop.
Harbour.
The outside of his right.
Rolls it short, gets it back, kicks it back out to Wilcock.
Well, and then he...
Wilcock can from Robertson. That's my scores from last week. So my scores have been quite good.
Success. O'Dowda is in the final third on the touchline, gets the ball in, a deflection takes it behind Mate.
NG.
Darling had it read and covered anyway.
Oh, Cooper gets that one.
First time going forward with sort of fire in the boots. It was good speed and aggression as they come down the right-hand side now, and the ball is blocked. It's NG who got
turn that one up
down on that right-hand side, the right full-back. So the Cardiff fans are at that end now. So they're shooting towards the loyal away following.
A free kick,
the,
I think.
Cardiff City side, both sides in their traditional colours of white for Swansea.
For Swansea. And Swansea can try and build from that.
So
Cullen.
the corner is ready to be taken now. So 2 pods.
Franco.
3 in the box for
Cardiff. Wilcock grabs that one. Can he do with it?
It is delivered now, and it's headed away. Not completely out of the box just yet. And Cardiff win it back with that's Willock, who's then been brought down. He moved from just the outside the D to the left-hand area of the penalty box. Franco's just to have brought him down.
Close to a free penalty there.
That from Franco, and perhaps just a little bit over eager to.
Franco nearly giving away a penalty.
So 5 minutes gone in the second half. Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. This is a fantastic opportunity.
This is an excellent chance of a curling shot into the net.
Cardiff are all lined up at the back of the stick here. Probably more front post is where you want people to be. Let's see how it
So
goes.
Cardiff City here.
Left-footed
Good
option
chance.
for Langford. Just blowing his whistle as he seems a bit.
Whistle goes.
He doesn't like
Oh, Ramsey off
Cardiff
target.
got
Come
this all wrong
on
here.
from
All the big
there.
men are at the-
And it's
are at
kicked
the
out
back
though, but it's
stick. He
kicked
wants
out for a
somebody
Cardiff
to
throw in.
as,
Oh, that's
Ramsey
Swansea
whips it
throwing now
towards
straight
the
away.
post. Nobody there for Cardiff. Swansea headed it away.
I thought they set it up perfectly there because you said Roberts with the left-footed option, but he's right-footed. I thought they were
Kanga gets that one.
Ramsey was going to play it into all the space that had been created
Back
by
to
Cardiff,
Darlin.
you know, that post.
Darlin there.
Yes, as well.
In, but Vigouroux
That's
has
right,
that.
he did Hypothetically,
They haven't unlocked that special
I'd
player.
say at the minute we're
There's,
starting
still
off as we started the first half with Cardiff on top. We say that as
it seems like the players in the box and the
Swansea
players
have a
are all
shot,
two
but
different game plans
he
for that set.
parries it out, but only as far as the far side of the box for
Swansea
Ronald.
hit them on their counter-attack.
And
Ronald
Harvard
plays the ball
gets
to the
out and
byline,
grabs that one at
Sherwood
his feet.
trying for the likes of Cooper, and Hobart is up quickly.
Harvard
Got a bit of pace
quick
in the
out
game
there.
For the first time, as Hobart
Quickly
rolls
out and grabs it
Ramsey
from his
slows
feet.
it down. He's been battled by three Swansea players around him, and Ramsey's actually
He's certainly
given away
slowing
with a
it down now,
kick
that's
here.
it.
Has he grabbed the ball too soon? Is he quite sure what the referee's seen there? But he was on all fours with three Swansea players battling around it.
It's obstruction, isn't it? He's, like you say, he's on all fours and he's grabbed the ball with his hands. Similar to what happened to Darling in the first half. It frustrated for Ramsey, but he kind of did what Darling did, where he ran towards a block of Swansea players, and they're never going to emerge from that situation with the ball.
There we go. So Liam and Grimes.
A discussion over Ramsey falling on the ball now with three Swansea players around him.
He's calling for the physios. Once we have a break and play, we'll just give you the results of the Premier League games.
So there's an injury to Franco now straight away. So it's
Give you a second or so.
getting a bit heated over there, isn't it?
You have enough time. I think Franco got a boot in the elbow or something like that. Anyway, so the Premier League scores. It's finished 1-1 between Bournemouth and Newcastle, and Wolves 2, Chelsea 6. So the chaos is working at Chelsea, or what from the outside is
So,
chaos, but on the inside.
As we wait for for Franco to get his medical attention, he got kicked on the elbow.
He also looks like it's a calm start.
We'll
to
see
life
what
in
happens.
charge of, Vincent Kompany, because he's I think they weren't 2 up, now they're just
So at the
about
minute,
2 up.
Swansea 1, Cardiff 0. Cardiff are on the up at the minute, still slightly. They've been on the up for about 10 minutes before the half time. Just not quite. They're trying to attack this high line as Swansea's.
And then at 4:30, so 20
Swansea are
minutes
quite
time,
comfortable with it. When they've got the ball, they're just passing it along the back. I said earlier, it's almost like it's a Sunday League kick around in the park. But then when they've lost it, they're not really. That high back line of Swansea's just doesn't quite cut it. Swansea offside there. Chambers brings it out. Siopis.
Yeah, hit of offside. He was off balance as he had
Chambers, Ramsey.
Did about enough, didn't he, to get back and make life
Siopis.
awkward.
Darling.
Disappointing for
They're
the
sort
big
of
man.
like passing. It's
So
now
Swansea
Cardiff's
probably
turn to
quite
pass it
disappointed
along the
about
back.
players going ahead. They went after 10 minutes, we're all over Cardiff.
Oh, nice neat pass there forward, and it gets to Wilcott, but Leon managed to take it off him. It's a long pass, but didn't quite get there. And Leon ends up being forced out with it. Throw into Darlin. Franco grabs it. Right. Cullen now for Swansea. Franco for Swansea. And he runs it out, and it's Cardiff throwing.
Took the throw quickly, but Darland hasn't got that Maradona-esque turn in his locker now, and he gave the ball away. So Swansea's attack doesn't really come
Cardiff
since
slowing now. They're not doing very quick on their throw-ins or kicks. Ododa. The Eon sort of grabs it off him, runs down the line. He's running down the right-hand side for Swansea, and he's just getting to the corner flag.
Swansea break on the right, and well, there we go. The quality isn't there from him. He just looks to
And
me
it just goes out.
below
Just
par today.
not quite
Nothing has
controlling
really
it.
worked
And
for
it's
him
a
at
goal kick
all
for
in
Cardiff.
the number 10 jersey.
And Eom's been playing rather
Swansea.
poorly.
Looks like he's going to be bringing on the Azim Abdullahi, midfielder.
Horvath for Cardiff.
Next time the ball goes out of play,
Robertson.
change will be made. Only 10 minutes played in the second half, so whatever Vic Williams has seen, he doesn't like is Cardiff are doing their best to
Throw
give them
into
fans a
Swansea.
heart attack, and Robertson just passes the ball out of play from
Grimes,
the 18-yard
Ronald,
box.
Cooper.
It looked like they just
Quite
about
high
got
up,
away with
crossfield
it.
to the right-hand side for Key. Key now.
Found the secret ladder. Then they
Trying
just
again
fell back
to work
the
into the
hole.
corner, but O'Dowda grabs it from it.
A net
Nice
game was
wall up
ready
there.
to go for a throw, because there's 2 or 3 occasions where 2 or 3 players
Grimes.
understandably with the back to goal.
Siopis grabs it from him. Maite.
Look entirely confident.
Maite's not been playing too bad, but his final ball's been a bit bad.
Grimes drops deep.
Maite, good run there, but just loses it when he tries to release that final ball. Ronald gets it, and Grimes can try and build, but Ramsey's gone straight in there to grab it from him. Not heard much of Ramsey through the game, really. Siopis, Ramsey, Siopis. Franco decides to cut that one out. I'm not having that. And walks away with it. And it goes out for Cardiff throwing, but Swansea are making a substitution.
The game started probably about 7 out of 10 in terms of quality. Everybody was Cardiff were playing well, Swansea were playing well, and since the goal, it just seems to have dropped down. And yet, as expected,
when the substitution is made, we will. Cardiff making a substitution as well. So we've got Cardiff sub and a Swansea sub. I think Eom's coming off for Swansea.
It's been a strange game, hasn't it?
Not really seen much of him.
It would have been my pick, I have to say, for Cardiff, but Ruben Colwill is going to come on. There's some anxiety in Swansea.
Colwill's coming on
last week in the 3-1
for
pressure.
Cardiff.
The occasion, perhaps they start off so well, and it's the longer they, I'm not going to say get a second goal.
Well, the Kanga crosses it, and Swansea goalkeeper grabs that one. That's not. It needed to pull it back more, Kanga, but didn't quite do it properly. Vigoro will kick it sideways to Cabango. Back to Vigoro outside his box. Right, okay. It's a good job there's no Cardiff people or players around him. Cabango, back to Vigoro again outside. He's still outside his box, guys. Come on. No, I can't. I'll get banned. I know I'll get banned. Too many people lose their channels doing that, and you get banned, and then you end up losing all the subscribers that you've done. Cardiff are on the left. Yeah, I've tried that bit. Yeah, no, I've tried that one once before, and I was lucky enough not to get banned. But somebody I was watching, the last 2 people I saw got banned for doing that. Channels deleted. Cardiff can they can probably throw this in, but they haven't been doing so far. Cardiff have been, and they've tried, and Kanga gets it on the edge of the box, but he's passed it back to Chambers. And he's gone all the way back to Horvath. That was a wasted throw-in. That would have been really good. And Horvath just kicks it out, but it's a poor kick by Horvath, and it's out for a throw in to Swansea on the left-hand side. To Grimes. Grimes now for Swansea.
We've got half an hour left to play.
I'll let you have that.
See the home crowd.
You can hear it.
The anxiety and the frustration might grow as we get closer and closer to
Vigoro in the goal.
90th minute. If it's only
Across to
1-0,
Darling.
Of course, Cardiff.
Vigoro's way outside his box. This is ridiculous. And he seems to be getting away with it as well. Cabango Key on the right hand side.
Going to get that one opportunity.
But he's running backwards now.
A save to
He
make.
tries kicking it forward down, sliding it down the right hand side, but O'Dowda grabs that
So far is coming to
and
collect
passes it back to
corner.
Darland. And Darland can try and get something out of this for Cardiff City.
Some long balls over the top, or his centre half's giving him the ball to knock around at his feet. Other than that, he's had a nice calming afternoon. Hovarth, he made a good save in the build up to the goal. It was absolutely, there was no way he could stop the rebound. He was still on his back, wasn't he, from making a great stretch.
Oh, what did he try and cross that one for? And NG stopped. Swansea intercepted that, and it was really dangerous. But NG grabs it, but he only pushes it out, and
slips it through for Ronald. It doesn't get
Franco has a poor shot.
Challenge from it was Siopis who got in the way of it, and then a long shot goes high over the crossbar. Apologies
Franco.
From O'Dowda. There's absolutely nobody blue in that section. Cullen is just occupying a space where he's the only man for about 25 yards.
Chambers, Ramsey now. Ramsey on the right. Ramsey can on the right, and he's passing Siopis. Dowda on the left. Key intercepts that, but Wilcott manages to run back and get it.
Relief as they come forward again. This time, moving to the left-hand side. You say Cardiff just about getting better, but
it goes out for a Swansea throw-in on the left-hand side.
Obviously coming out of the ocean.
This is quite a good throw-in possibility here for Cardiff. Cardiff could just do something from here. The last time they just tried to get this into the box from here, and they probably doing the same. And they have with Franco, but Franco gets it, pushes it back, but Dowda gets it, and then he tries crossing it into the middle again, but Cooper grabs that one before it could get to Robertson. Colwill grabs it then, ran into the right corner. He's got a good chance to cross it back. Colwill just loses it to Abdullah.
It's deflected and it's looped over everybody. And
Franco.
there was nobody in blue gambling at the back post, and Swansea get it clear. Only as far as O'Dowda who puts a cross back and it's blocked at source, and NG's been taken out fairly.
Franco pushes it forward to Ronaldo, Ronald, and Chambers boots it out for a Swansea throw-in.
Runners in the middle. He's into the penalty area now. Perhaps he's held on for it for too long, and he back heels it into his standing leg, and Cardiff get it clear.
Good play by Colwill down there.
Colwill again. Colwill's playing his heart out here for Cardiff. Passes it to Chambers though. Kanga and Colwill are up in their game. At the minute we've got
doesn't quite get there, but no one's attacking it from Cardiff's point of view. Just as soon as Ronald got it, you thought he's got too much time.
Colwill out to Siopis.
Similar to what we saw with Cullen earlier when he couldn't find Ronald.
Siopis to Ramsey. I'm slightly ahead of the verbal commentary.
The perfect ball rather than someone dropping deep or finding a
Ramsey.
Looks like the kind of player that would want to take the difficult option on the most. How can I get the player?
Do like and subscribe. I do need some subscriptions. I need to build this channel. Hook up by Crook.
Going in from the right or the left hand side onto his right boot, and you know he's not going to go on the outside.
Oh, the second half's easy. It's Cardiff. Cardiff are way better than the second half. Cardiff they weren't allowed to turn that down a bit. Cardiff weren't allowed. Cardiff started the best, and they had the first shot on goal. But then Swansea just got that goal and passed it around the back like it was a Sunday practice session. And then once you got past that, the last 5, 6, 7 minutes was all Cardiff, and it started the second half all Cardiff as well. Franco's managed to get another shot, a long shot. But you see, that's 3 shots for Swansea this half. But they've all been from long distance, and Cardiff are really making Swansea have to shoot from long distance. And it's basically which seagull are you going to get, because they're nowhere near. But when Swansea have it, they're very, very comfortable. There's another substitution for Swansea. Let's see what they've had so far.
Those changes. So that's Franco's last bit of action.
So we had Eon come off because he's been awful for Swansea, and Abdullah came on.
Is it just going to be a straight swap with Cullen, or is there going to be a bit of a reshape? And it is going to be Cooper
for Cullen. Is it? Oh no, Cooper's come off.
We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, it could be a really interesting signing, actually.
I thought you were taking Cullen off then, but it sounds like they're taking Cullen
Cooper had his contract terminated when Bordeaux went out of business. Slovenia International had a good season in League last term, and it's almost a bit of an under-the-radar signing, because he was pushing for Slovenia's first team heading into the Euros, and it could be an interesting one at championship level.
Yeah, I'm surprised not more of those Bordeaux players haven't
still waiting around now.
I haven't really seen too much of them. Obviously, may have been picked up in France.
Swansea play in, and Darley has a shot on goal, but Colwell blocks that one.
Their change as the corner comes in now. It's headed by Darling.
Back to Overth. Overth now back to Darling. Darling on the left-hand side.
Under no pressure.
Doda.
Cardiff choosing to play it out from the back.
And Swansea player puts it out, and it's a Cardiff throw-in on the left-hand side. In their own half. I want to know who's actually come off.
Cardiff get the ball. It's for a throw-in. Doda trying the ball in his shirt. Again, he's taking a long time with the throw, and he's not finding anybody.
Cardiff have replaced Robertson with Colwell. Swansea have replaced Eon with Abdullah. Oh, here we go. Franco and Cooper have come off for Fulton and Vipatnik. Wow.
He's had an okay game, mate. He's done parts, and then when it's come to the final piece of the puzzle, he just hasn't been able to provide the bit of quality that was needed.
No, Maite's been a bit poor.
Have another go for the remaining 22.
Every time Maite gets the ball, it just doesn't. It's great from back to front. He's great, but as soon as it's that final ball, he's absolutely pants. Key now for Swansea.
Started off quite well. Cardiff came out, and the first few 3-4 minutes were playing.
Siopis grabs that from Ronald, but Ronald grabs it back. Siopis grabs it back. And they go on, kick each other. Come on. Siopis wins it, but pass it back to Harbath, Darland.
And got their goal. Got to feel sorry for Overpath between the sticks for Cardiff. He made a great save against Roland, and then the rebound had to go somewhere. And unfortunately for him and Cardiff, it fell
I
straight.
take it he's a Cardiff supporter, I think. I can't quite. Your picture's a bit small. I'm trying to look at the picture. It looks like a Cardiff fan.
8 minutes from the half-time whistle.
Wilcox, crosses him, but Figaro is just. I think he could have done better trying to lob him on that one, because he was quite far out of the goal there. Key tries pushing forward to Fulton. Abdullah now. What's Abdullah going to do? Abdullah. Key grinds. Back to Cabango. Back in defence now for Swansea. Vigoro. Darling. Will Darling throw himself on the floor? No.
All the way back to Vigoro.
So come on, Maite for Tanner. So Maite's come off, Tanner's come off.
added time.
I thought it was going to see a lot of blue there.
Yeah, thanks, Max.
It couldn't be Swansea, could it?
Darling has the
Ah,
ball.
Darling, they did well there. He's
Second
been
time.
really cool and just giving it to Wilcock.
Right to Timon. Ball beats Darling. He
Sealpis.
comes to Putney. He looks on to Abdullah, who puts it across. And
Dowda.
Darling recovers to.
And it goes out for a Cardiff throw-in on the halfway line on the left, and Swansea are. It's now turned around. So in the first half, it was very much Swansea got ahead and then kept the ball, and Cardiff kept hitting them on the break. And it's completely turned around now. Now we've got Cardiff pressurising constantly, and Swansea hitting Cardiff on the break. Totally the opposite way round. And Ramsey gets that one. Oh, clattered into, but Cullen's got away with that, and it goes out for a Cardiff throw-in.
O'Dowda takes a throw right on the halfway line. Ramsey gives away. Fulton fires into a strong but fair challenge, wins the ball. It goes forward.
Strong but fair challenge.
It goes out for a throw.
Ramsey,
O'Dowda,
O'Dowda.
Robinson.
Oh, don't pass it back like that. Cardiff, pass back. And Vipper-Schnick, is it, to Ronald? And, that was a lucky that they couldn't get one on target there.
Swansea again going forward. Ronald plays it through to Zapotnik. It wasn't directly to Zapotnik, and he had to just sort his feet out. He couldn't quite do it. And it's Trundle's out for a goal kick.
Yeah, the ball back to him took a little bit of deflection. He didn't want it that early, did he?
Certainly, good job that he couldn't get his feet from underneath him.
He had to recontrol and take a little bit more.
Vipper-Schnick, or whatever it is. I can't. Vic, call him Vic. Couldn't quite get his feet underneath him, and it just rolls to the goalkeeper.
Robinson and El Ghazi pretty much straight swaps around.
Yeah, it's occupational hazard being a wide player.
Swansea have now got it
most dangerous
from a throw-in.
Attacking player.
Passed it back to Cabango. Cabango in the
goes off
defence. Vigoro.
And Al-Ghazi's first.
Trying to sprint down the left-hand side now with Ronald. But Ronald finds a brick wall with Chambers. Chambers has been playing really well. Horvath, Chambers.
Down the line.
Horvath.
To Horvath, the Cardiff goal.
Try the left-hand side then with Darland. O'Dowda. Darland.
Saw it out. It's back to the goalkeeper.
It's just back four. Let's try each side. Right-hand side now with Chambers.
Around in their own third.
My best player so far has been Chambers. He's been playing really well.
And Brentford. Imagine,
Sealpis, not been too bad. NG, back to Chambers.
Tanner drops the shoulder, comes inside on his left.
Darland's not been too bad. He's done a lot of running. You just want more skill in that final ball. He had a good ball then, but Darland just nicks it from him.
Sliced across it, going back to Tanner. Dances, gets down the byline, right-footed ball in the near post. Darling's there. And the worrying thing for me is Swansea were very, very deep there and just allowing the pressure. It was good play by Tanner.
It was really good play. Cardiff with obviously got to start rolling the dice a little bit with 15 minutes to go to get back into it. Tanner, with his first real influence the game since coming on, it's been positive. Now he's got to deliver the set piece here.
Corner for
fans there who
Cardiff.
Haven't really seen much action at that end of the field.
So it was a really long cross there, all the way from the back left to the far right, and Tanner just managed to get it in, but into Ghazi, El Ghazi. Where's he come from?
The Scorpion, yeah, that's the best way of describing it.
El Ghazi's failed Scorpion kick.
A Swansea player,
has he been judged to have given away a high boot?
Yeah, he pleads innocence, but he didn't touch the ball.
Vigoro, Cabango.
Caught a Swansea man, so I'm not quite sure what. If the video came out, what his defence would be.
Horvath kicks it out. He was well out of his goal as well.
For Swansea.
So it's now 75 minutes and 49 seconds, and we're seeing a clear advance of the blue shirts at the minute.
From Kabanga, he wanted to play out from the back. It's a Swansea throw, just a bit scrappy.
Kabanga in his own back left corner, back right corner, kicks it out.
Plays around his technical area because that's a poor
Swansea managed to get it in, but kick it out, and it's Swansea throwing. God.
Very close to the edge of the field.
Yeah.
It's far too many players all together there.
Substitutions going to be made. Is that fine? Referee Langford, not quite sure why he stopped it, but kind of get on with it. O'Dowda to Al-Ghazi. Goes down the left-hand side.
So for Cardiff so far, we've had Robertson, Wilcock, Maite and Kanga off. Robinson, Colwill, Ghazi, Colwill, Ghazi, Tanner and Robertson. Stop swapping around. On.
Retain and rotate the possession. Corner kick though, Ramsey towards the back post. Well headed away, brave by Cabango. I think it was NG who was going right over the top of him.
Heads it out.
Defended, I thought, by the Welsh international.
Yeah, and he gets a lot of heavy slaps and congratulations from his teammates.
Corner
doing so, and
Cardiff again.
Swansea just dropping a little bit deeper. I don't know if it's by ploy or just subconsciously now defending the lead as we just a few moments away from entering the final 10 minutes of the game. They don't look like they haven't played together in a while, Swansea, as we get confirmation.
Substitution for Swansea again.
Who is coming on and who is going off. Looks like Cullen will be leaving us as they show his goal again. A real poacher's finish, fox in the box.
They were going to take Cullen off earlier.
Right, knows where to be at the right place, right time.
But if they do, they're defending this last 10 minutes, 10 men at the back, aren't they?
There's no look at all.
Yeah, you can't plan it, you just know where to be, don't you? So you can't teach
so Swansea so far.
Alan comes on, as you say. Norton does come for Keith.
Alan's come on.
A back four. Norton, former Spurs and Sheffield United. Alan, Stoke, Liverpool, and of course Swansea. As the ball's allowed to bounce, but Norton gets his first touch and 12 minutes left. Hammers it long. They're asking for an offside.
But Cardiff have scored! Cardiff have equalised! And I don't know if anybody's here because actually Cardiff are just about in the box. It's now Swansea 1. Cardiff 1. Swansea 1. Cardiff 1.
He was alert on the penalty spot. Swansea so deep. And he's into the bottom corner. 1-1, all to play for with 11 and a half to go.
Yeah, Cardiff know that there's a look at
well, you should have stayed around, guys, because you missed it.
Back and go again. They feel like there's an
Peach of it starts with Chambers yet again. And Chambers to chat to Tanner. And it comes in and...
It's a sharp one, I think, that. Yeah, well, it looks like it is the...
it's an absolute
disaster. The boarding has come down, hasn't it? It's been a bit of a feature this weekend with the West Ham game happening at Palace. But yesterday, there's no
so we're stopping the game again because the hoardings have come down.
Knocked it over, so it's not been that. So it's a real mystery as to how that happened. But in terms of the goal, Swansea, they're so stretched. There's a lot of gaps. There's a big gap between the defence and the midfield. Tanner is onside as he gets in. You see Robinson, he is keeping up, and then he just stops his run. And because there's a big gap between the midfield and the defence, the midfielders can't catch up with him anyway. And he just stops, he waits, he gives the shout. Tanner hears it. It's a good play from Tanner, puts it on a plate. It's good contact, and it rolls across the surface perfectly. And he's hit it with some real whips. It's just drifting away from Figueroa.
So 80 minutes.
Shot his hand to face, and it's in the back of the net.
Yeah, Al-Ghazi did well.
80 minutes and 10 seconds. And it's all to play for. It's Swansea 1, Cardiff City 1.
The hoarding, and straight away Tanner's looking at them, trying to stop them, and he's caught them. And it's really bad news if he can't continue because they've made 4 changes.
So Tanner's gone in, kicked it, gone straight forward and knocked the hoarding over. But Tanner is injured. He's hit the hoardings too hard.
Yes, it's long. It's long. He's got the short shin pads. I saw a a club, a junior club decided you weren't allowed to wear those anymore because there were too many injuries.
Too small.
Too small. They weren't offering the required protection.
Colwill.
Steve Claridge pads on
Cardiff.
suggest Colwill was
He
wearing.
runs into the box. Colwill for Cardiff. Can he get it? Where Colwill shoots? Soapy shoots. It's Bigelow managed to kick that one out. It was nearly 2-1 to Cardiff.
Throw it into the hands of the goalkeeper. I think it might be one of those things where
Cardiff now.
The rule is
they've got the bit between the teeth of Cardiff, and all of a sudden the game's turned on a sixpence. It's Ronald for Swansea, but at the minute, with 9 minutes to go, you wouldn't bet on Cardiff not winning this. It's totally turned round on its head. The Siopis, if he'd had a harder shot there, he could have beat the goalkeeper. Just a little bit harder, and it would have been 2-1 to Cardiff. Turn that down if Cam isn't in. If Cam isn't in.
For the next 15 minutes there, because we will have a bit of additional time.
There's going to be plenty of additional time. So there's been 2 injuries.
A slap, let's face it. Tanner's more than happy to take it. Actually, if it wasn't any contact.
Cardiff through ball, but Cardiff are found offside, and again, it's Cardiff that are on the attack, and
G floats it towards the back post and Chambers. It's all Cardiff at the moment.
Figaro,
Pretty good record in recent times.
Cabango, Figaro,
After the 20 minutes.
Cabango,
Start of the game.
Cabango running it down the right hand side. Tries passing it, but just cannot pass it accurately enough, and Cardiff get a throw in just before the halfway line, and Cardiff can now try and get this goal that they are very more than capable of getting at the minute. Cabango takes it. If it wasn't for Cabango, they'd probably be 2-1 up at least by now. Grimes across to Darling, who does appear to have stopped throwing himself on the floor at least. Darling, Grimes, Darling, Allen, Timo. NG cuts that one out. Not going to have that one down here, mate. And NG can try and... Oh, no, he can't control it. And it goes out for Swansea throwing. Darling, Cabango. Oh, that was a straight through to Abdullah, and Abdullah's in a dangerous position, but can he cut it back is a question, or has it gone out for a corner? To Swansea.
That's their first goal of the season as well, isn't it? It seems incredible.
And that's from nowhere. It's just going straight from one end to the other end.
It's an action-packed start to the campaign. That's really good play by Abdullah as he tracks down into the byline and plays it off the Norwegian shins. It's going to be a corner kick.
Yep, corner to Swansea when they eventually take it.
A bit of extras. Grimes marches across to take an in-swinger. Darling's
Horvath gathers that one easily.
The box. Cardiff perhaps have the height advantage, I would suggest. Defended so well when it comes to set pieces. Grimes. Whoa! I was going to say, it's a good ball in. No, it's not. It's straight at the goalkeeper. He spilled it. He got it the second attempt. There was kind of a bump, I think, for his...
Horvath has actually got injured there somehow. I don't know.
Time wasted now. We're in the 85th minute.
Oh, he's pretending. Right, okay. So Horvath is pretending to be injured.
I didn't see the obvious...
Hang on, Horvath and Vigouroux both pretending to be injured. Bugger off. This is ridiculous.
Takes it, drops it, takes it again.
Oh, it's a naughty one. Darling comes across and leaves a foot.
He puts his foot somewhere where the head is about to roll. So he doesn't deliberately kick into it, but he just lingers around.
That's one that they might look at in retrospect, I think. And if they had VAR in the Championship, he you wouldn't be seeing on the game because it's so.
85 minutes. We're still injured, so we've got a lot of injury time to do here. A lot of injury time. But at the minute, Swansea won, Cardiff won.
All the different sports. Omar, he is sitting up. It's good news. Mentioned Cardiff can't make another change. He was really good player in the their goal and clever player as well. Robertson, he's wait. Because he knows where the ball's going to be. He waits so much. He uses experience, and it's a pass that Tanner cannot make because he's giving him such a big area to aim for.
Yeah, it's kind of like once he got to the white line of the D, he just sort of went, right, I just need to stop here. I'm going to sprint there, make sure I'm going to be the first one there, run away from the midfield that had chasing me. And we said at the time,
right, Horvath is now back up on his feet after being kicked in the head, apparently. And kicks it forward. Norton, but Colwell grabs it. Ramsey, throwing to Swansea.
They've been better for the changes. The changes that have come on were better than the starters, and they've got their goal and they've looked after the ball a lot better. The quality has.
Swansea now with 3 minutes of normal time left because there's a hell of a lot of injury time. At least 6 minutes injury time.
It's just that old move. You step in, then you step back out, and the defenders. Doesn't know where you are because he's already running towards his own goal.
Fulton.
And you've got the space and the onus in the situation. We're all as things stand. It's 1-0.
Fulton playing it along the back, but they're not being very quick, so they're not sort of going back across and straight up the other side, which is not like Swansea. It's almost like they're slowing it down and then try and blast through with a counter attack. But it's strange. That's what Cardiff were doing in the first half.
I've actually been really impressed by. I've quite enjoyed the referee's decision because he's been
Grimes,
when he's needed to
Norton,
be, but relatively unfussy overall.
In the middle of the park, back to Cabango. It's as if they're trying to draw a foul.
I think because he had the early word
Grimes, Abdullah has been really, really good. He's not been on very long, but he has actually played some really good football. Abdullah, this is the one they got from Foreign Lands, isn't it? From that club that went bankrupt. O'Dowda.
Outside of O'Dowda, and O'Dowda, not for the third.
Kicks it out only to Allen.
It's maybe tricked by the speed of the pitch. He wanted to go to the line. Doesn't he? Gets up, hammers it away. Thank you.
Oh, dear.
Thankfully, from Seopsis, he got back and then
Cullen for Swansea on 10 minutes.
And it will be
Cardiff.
Swansea's way, about 40 yards out.
Callum Robinson on 79 minutes. We're now just getting on to 89 minutes, and it's NG for Cardiff, who kicks it out as hard as he can. And Swansea will throw in. Sort of, yeah, it could get to the box, but I don't think they will. No, they haven't. They've passed it back. Darling, Cabango, up the other side to Norton. Ramsey stops it again to Abdullah. Kicks it out, and it's a Swansea throw-in.
In the distance as he played backwards, but Abdullah's got inside, ran into O'Dowda. O'Dowda's prodded away. Nice play, lovely bit of play back. Oh, maybe not. From Ramsey,
Norton,
good skills.
Grimes,
ahead of Al-Ghazi.
Norton.
I think that ball kicks probably symbolises.
Do like and subscribe if you're on. I do need some more. I need a hell of a lot more. As Vigoro gets the ball back from the defence and gives it to Darling, Timon, Allen, Fulton. Robinson intercepts that one. Come on, what can Robinson do? He can lose it to Vipotnik. Vipotnik is into the box. Vipotnik. Oh, is that a foul on the box? Oh, foul on the box. This could be dangerous if this is a Swansea free kick right on the box. It could have been a penalty, this. Very close. 7 minutes at added time, and we already have extra.
And he caught back up with the Slovenian quite quickly. So obviously, Vipotnik coming from Ligue 2 in France. I can't lie, I've never seen a game of second division French football, so I don't know.
Cabango at the back for Swansea.
That
Oh, Siopis has got it off him. What can Siopis do?
Yeah, maybe, but you know.
Siopis to Colwell. Colwell played brilliantly. Can he cut it back? Or will he kick it off somebody for a corner?
Right edge of the box. Ramsey on the edge of it. Robertson makes his run towards the back post. Elghazi to the near. Darling just about gets there. Clears it out. Corner
O'Dowda kicks it out. Corner kick.
Yeah,
corner kick for Cardiff. 6 minutes.
Behind that goal as
5 minutes 40. And
bit of a mismatch against Norton by the looks of it. And G's there hiding behind the big Norwegian too. Elghazi gives you something, doesn't he? Chambers.
And it goes in. Vipers kicks it out. Siopis gathers that on halfway. And Cardiff are sensing a winner.
Gesturing to come forward and go out.
Gayani, O'Dowda.
Haven't really given since the goal.
Oh.
Given anything for the fans to get up.
Norton gets that one, and Norton passes it back to Cabango.
I imagine there's been a lot of
across to Darling.
Rolling of the eyes and maybe the chance of attack.
Cabango. Vigoro tries a through ball, but Cardiff kick it back out. Only as far as Allen, back to O'Dowda though. And O'Dowda can now try build on the left, but Norton stops him again. Abdullahi, Norton, Grimes. Passing it quick now in midfield, but they're not getting anywhere. Abdullahi, still in his own half. Norton.
The opposite of final 70 minutes.
Cabango, Norton, not going anywhere. Absolutely not going. Swansea are just sitting in that defensive third, and at the minute they don't seem to be particularly going anywhere. As Cardiff grabbed that one back in their own half. Chambers. Not seeing much of him in the second half. He was playing really well in the first half and in the first bit of the second half, but he seems to have died off a little bit.
Back to Hovarth, who's telling Darling to get forward.
Yeah, it's
similar to how Darling was playing in the first half. There's no one pushing up at the moment for Swansea. The defender can bring it forward.
Where did he come from?
Elghazi gives it back to him. O'Dowda looks up.
Come on, Chambers.
In the box, and Robinson
O'Dowda crosses it, but Grimes kicks that one out.
And I think he's actually wants Tanner to make the run
again. Cardiff kicks it out. Chambers now back to NG, comes back into the box, but Allen gets it this time, and Allen can kick it out. He kicks it to Ramsey. O'Dowda, he kicks it in. Cabango kicks it out. As far as Ronald. Ronald kicks it out. Chambers kicks it in. Grimes kicks it out. For heaven's sake, what's going on here? It's the Swansea goal is under siege as Ramsey goes down. And Ramsey's injured again. But it's gone out. It's going to be a Swansea throw. He brushes himself off. This is insane. Look at 2 minutes and 20 seconds, and Cardiff are just hammering the Swansea goal for all it's worth. Swansea are taking their very own time doing this. They're not going to throw this in quick. Not with Cardiff playing the way they are. Bugger that! I'm going to take a minute to throw the ball in.
Grab my arm. That's what he said.
They'll get a yellow card if he doesn't speed up.
Martin, red card for Harold Bullocks. I was going to say Martin Margetson, the Swansea goalkeeper coach, kind of shaky, like rolled his eyes and shook his head, sat on the bench.
A red card for the Swansea goalkeeper coach.
He's asking Keith Stroud, the fourth official, is kind of not wanting to make eye contact. See that one again. Was it because he encroached on the field? Was something said. So we saw the original foul.
So we have a red card for Swansea. For the goalkeeper, coach.
Ramsey got himself in an awkward position. He then catches the ball. Fulton wants it. He stops him playing it. Fulton's got hold of Bullett's arm because he wants it, and then he bit of a finger in a wagging thing, but not in the face. I mean, it seems a bit harsh.
Yeah, he's upset because it should be his team's throw.
Yeah, well,
the referee gave it the other way.
And Fulton almost benefited, but no card. If they could get the last break now, Allen, we're going to see the yellow card, aren't we? Joe Allen has just come on. He usually gets one, doesn't he? And
Joe Allen gets a yellow card.
Receive a caution.
It wasn't caution. It was. It's been the worst tackle of the day. He's easily beaten, isn't it?
One that you can't say no.
Now, can Cardiff?
So he goes through his ankles.
They've probably got another 2 minutes left. We're just finishing this 97 minutes in 15 seconds, but I think
30 seconds left. We might get a bit of additional time after.
Abdullah, Darlin, can Darlin push it in, but no, Allen grabs that one from him, kicks it out, going as far as Silpis now for Cardiff, tries kicking it in, but Darlin kicks it out. NG now, NG, what's he going to do? Is he going to kick it in? No, he gives it to Colwell. Colwell will cross it in for sure. He crosses it to Ghazi. Ghazi loses it to Abdullah, though. Abdullah kicks it out to Dowda. Dowda gives it to somebody, Robinson. Loses it, regains it, loses it to Gabango. Norton. And Swansea now with Grimes. And it's they must have had they've had so many shots in the last 2 minutes. It should finish soon. It's been cleared as hard as they can to Darland, and Darland can try and kick it as hard as he can now because it's the last dying seconds of the game, and it's Swansea 1, Cardiff 1.
It's one of those when you think about Ghazi, it's that one when he comes in from the left-hand side and first time right foot, bang into the far corner, isn't it? And one last opportunity, maybe. Grimes has been given the Player of the Match award. It's
Grimes has the Player of the Match award.
Goes towards the back post. The keeper comes. He spills.
Offside, Cardiff.
There's surely a handball against NG.
No, it's offside.
Foul on the goalkeeper.
Let's have a look. We've won a reverse angle of that, and now there's a bit of coming off the ball. Darling. There's a Cardiff player down holding his head, and then Fulton, I think, has kicked the ball into NG, who's down. Hogarth is into.
Oh, they're all kicking each other. Oh, brilliant. This is a good end to the game.
The game hasn't been great. It's all a bit of pushing and shoving. Once this is dealt with, I assume the referee's going to go, you know what, it's half time. Colwell's got hold of him, and he's now reaching his head towards Darling. What is Colwell doing there? A 22-year-old showing signs of real inexperience. He's always engaging Darwin to try and get him to make contact with him. It'd be good to see the original foul because it is going to be a Cardiff free kick. But what else are we going to get from this situation? And I thought handled the ball, but maybe he was being fouled. Then there's a Fulton. The ball was kicked by him. Do we think against a G that Darwin?
So they're all kicking each other.
He's going to need a new shot.
Everybody's. It's going into a fighting match now. So everybody's.
There's too much going on. There is a yellow card.
There's yellow cards flying around, and there's fists flying around, and boots flying around. Oh my God, how many yellow cards have we got here? It's ending in a fight on the field. There's a fight on the field. There's yellow cards everywhere.
Yellow cards. Florian and G and Darley either strangers to the notebook, and I think that probably will be it. First yellows for both this season. That was the case for Jarl, and yeah, Colwell has.
Is anybody watching this? Because we've had that's it full time, and it's one. It's Swansea 1, Cardiff 1, and in the last 2 minutes we've had 1 red card, 3 yellow cards. It's been all out fighting on the pitch. I can't help waiting for the EFL to get involved here because it's just ended with an all-out kicking, fighting, scratching, and brawling on the pitch. And what an end to a game, guys. I've not seen one like it for a while. It's been quite fun. For it not to be Rotherham players to be sent off and yellow carded. Wow. What an end. I do hope some people actually listen to me doing that bit, because that was just frantic. That was just frantic. I mean, one player had his shirt pulled off, and then somebody else kicked him, and then somebody else hit him, and it's like, oh, here we go. We got a full-on fight here, guys. So we end 1-1, but yeah, it's the number of cards in there. Well, that's going to be one for the EFL to sort out. I think somebody's going to get fined for it. They won't like that one. It's John S Sports Channel, over and out. Please like and subscribe. I'll give you more like this. Why not? It's been great. See you again next watch along.